Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a streaming freedom video bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. For today's Skyrim Mod showcase on the PS4, we'll be taking a look at a mod that adds a day spa, that you can see there a little bit off in the distance, to Whiterun Field. The day spa comes included with 22 NPCs, not all that can be in the day spa at the same time, but that are potential followers if you have multiple follower system. Also, we'll be going over a couple of incompatibilities when using this mod with certain other mods, as well as how to configure it. With that said, let's take a look at how to find this mod. So to find this mod, just push L1 to bring up the search function, then type in day spa to the search bar. That will bring up the following, and you can find it. It is located right here, Day Spa PS4. That is the name. It is by the mod author, Bellasarius, and the mod description in part reads, "Stressed about the state of the world, wish you could relax all day at a nice spa? Well, now you can do it virtually in this Nordic day spa just to the west of Whiterun Stables. It features a giant hot tub, a dry sauna, a small bar area with a merchant, a changing room, and a cold plunge that cures disease but also causes frost damage. There's also a secret area for those with wicked inclinations. It also includes a small player house with crafting stations, but it is not really meant for a family." So once you have installed the mod, it is very easy to find. It is located right here, right outside of Whiterun, right near the stables. But for those players that are newer to the game, I will show where it is located on the map. So Whiterun is right here. It's not far off from one of the starting areas, Riverwood, that you will be traveling to, and you will find the day spa is located right here, again right next to Whiterun Stables. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind if you're going to use this mod is if you are using one of Julia's dirt replacers, or Julia, depending on how it's pronounced. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I will be saying Julia. Anyways, if you're using one of her dirt replacers, then the day spa needs to be loaded after the dirt replacer in order to function correctly. In at least my experience, if loaded before, that causes a giant tear in the ground here. You'll actually be able to see down into the void. So in order to fix that, make certain that the day spa is loaded after the dirt replacer. I should also note that it could possibly be caused by the fact that my loader is not in the order that the mod author suggests. It's in the order that I want it, and it works fine for me, but that could be a reason why. But I have the day spa loaded directly after the dirt replacer, and it's working fine. Also, if you have the ancient land mod that adds the doomstones, they're added right here, and they will interfere with the day spa. You won't be able to access it, so you will have to have the version that does not include the doomstones if you're going to use the day spa. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look on inside. So when you enter the day spa, you can find a bathing suit that your character can equip. It is located right here if you wish to use it. Also, I do not know if this is the changing room, but if it is, kind of an odd place for it, being as the outside access is right there. I guess anybody coming in would be getting a show. But in any case, the day spa default setup has both male and female NPCs in it, and a male merchant. However, you can configure this to have all female NPCs or all male NPCs if you would like to. And to do that is very simple, very easy to do. So when you come in, you'll notice that the curtains are right here, and to find the configuration menu, you just simply want to turn around, look right underneath this cabinet, and you'll find it says right here, Open Configuration Menu. Just go ahead and click on that. In this underground section, you'll find a manual that will tell you about the day spa as well as the NPCs that appear above. I'm not going to go through the entire book here, but a couple of important things to note is that there are 22 NPCs in these halls, but that you should only pick 10 or so because the spa isn't big enough for all 22. Now personally, I have had all females out before, and I believe there is 11, and it has been perfectly fine. So I think you could, if you wanted to have just all female or all male, you could pick one or the other and it'd be fine. But if you're going to do a mixture, I'd suggest no more than say 11 perhaps. Also, something else is that there is an experimental feature that you can turn on. It is default off. It's on the ceiling above the trapdoor. There is a very dangerous button. Pressing it will cause any NPC who enters the spa through the front door to permanently lose their default outfit. So Lydia would lose her default plate mail, for instance, but she could still wear armor that you give her, of course. This feature is turned off because once it is turned on, it is on permanently, so be careful of that. It cannot be shut off again. Here you'll find some information on the various NPCs that are in here that can be potential followers. This is the button that it mentioned, the very dangerous button, and remember, if you turn that on, you cannot turn it off. Mine is off. I don't use it personally. You can choose to take this book with you if you like, or just keep it here, but if you'd like to keep it floating here, be very careful not to bump into it when you're down here, because as I've found, if you do, you cannot get it to kind of float again. So let's go ahead and light it up in here a little bit to where you can see a little bit better. These NPCs right here, these are the NPCs that are appearing in the day spa above. If you take and close a door, then it will cause them to disappear. So if you have the door like this, they will not be in the spa, or if you want them in the spa, you can open it. I'm going to go ahead and set all the female characters to the spa, and so these are the ones that are currently in there, as you can see. Also, the merchant for the spa is located right here. Here is the female version, and again, you can have either the female or male, but you cannot have them both. So if you open one, close the other. This is my favorite NPC in here, and she's default closed, but I'm going to have her open so she appears. And again, I'm going to go ahead and open all of these. I have found that it is okay to have one full side open. We will go ahead and take a look at the males as I go ahead and close their doors. Again, I'm going to be careful not to accidentally knock that book over. So the male side, these are the males that are currently appearing in the spa. I'm going to go ahead and close these though because I've opened up the other side. And again, it's perfectly fine if you do want to have a mixture of them. I've never had more than 11 in here, so I don't know how many you could have. But again, the book does suggest not having all 22. Also, this is the merchant that we saw up there before. His doors are default open, so if you're wanting to use the female merchant, make certain that you close his doors, as they both cannot occupy that space. It might cause some crashing. And these are the NPC males that do not appear in the day spa unless you open their doors. So if you want any of them in here, make certain that you come in and open their doors, just like you did with the female. Go ahead and show each of them quickly so that you can see what they look like. And again, you can find information on them in the book over there as to what their skills are and stuff if you want to use them as a follower. I'm always cautious about hitting into that damn book. Alright, let's head back into the day spa. Okay, let me shut this off real quick. We don't need it in here. So, there is several items that you can find in here. Besides that bathing suit, we have an amulet of Mara. There is a few items that you can find in the various wardrobes. They will differ depending on the wardrobe that you are searching. And if we go ahead and come in here, you'll now see that all the female NPCs that we opened the doors to, which was all of them, are occupying the spa. And that the merchant that was originally male has now been replaced with the female merchant. We'll have a look at what she has here in a minute, but let's go ahead and take a look. Here is the main area you can access. You can have a seat here if you like. Of course, it'd make a lot more sense if I would have equipped the bathing suit instead of jumping in here in full armor, but in any case, you can sit here. Got a nice view. Go ahead and come out right here. And if you come over here, you'll find a sauna area that you can come in. There are some areas here that you can sit as well. You can access these benches. You can't sit on the floor, however, unless you are using, like, say, maybe an animation mod that allows access to the NPC animations, but still is nice. And also, if you come over here, here is the cold pool that the mod was talking about. This will cure diseases, but it does cause frost damage. So as you can see, if I had any diseases, it would have cured them, but it does give some frost damage, so keep that in mind. Actually, you can still hear the effect. Okay, it already wore off by the time I went into third person, but yeah, so one thing to keep in mind if you're going to use that.
Someday a gallant hero will ride up and
Okay,
take
so
me
the
away.
merchant Myrta here, you can access her
Well, aren't you the
inventory,
handsome
and
one?
you
Take a
want
look.
to access this if you want to get the small player home that is located here. There is a deed to the day spa, so you'll need to buy that from her. That will give you access to the player home. Here is some of the items that she has for sale. Now, I don't believe there's anything unique here. I think these are all vanilla items, no modded versions. But as you can see, she does have quite a few things here for sale. Kind of quickly go through and show here. Different ingredients, a couple of potions, a couple of spell tomes you can also buy off of her. Now, I would believe that the male is probably got the exact same inventory, but I can't say for sure. So when you bought the deed, let's see, it's been a while since I actually last used this mod. Okay, I don't think it's in here. It's probably in books. Excuse me for just a second, guys, while I try to remember. Yeah, there it is. Deed to the day spa. So when you own it, this simply states that because you own it, you have access now to the... you don't need it for the day spa itself, but this is so that you can access the player home that came with the day spa, which you can find coming back here. This trap door. Now, I have the ring of unlocking, so you see I have two options, but I'm just going to select the right hand side to use the vanilla feature, and because I bought the deed, it automatically gives me the key. Kind of dark in here. I'll go ahead and light it up for you guys, make it a little bit easier to see. So, coming in here, you'll... Wait a minute. Okay, that's not going to work properly in here, I guess. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can still see well enough. So we have an area here. These are your workstations. As you can see, we have blacksmith forge, an area that you can store some items. Calling this a player home, I think, is really stretching it. I'd say this is more of a player basement, but as you can see, you do have access to various things in here that you can use, like the smelter. And could be, I noticed the lighting is kind of flickering in here anyways. Let's try this again real quick. Could be just... Oh, there we go. Now it's working. It could be, here's a tanning rack, grindstone, and it quit. And never mind, I'll just shut that off. Could be this particular cell is having issue with the lighting mods I'm using, but hopefully you guys can see. I do apologize for that. If you come over here, you'll find there is a player bed. Now, this is big enough for two, so you and your spouse could use it, I would say, but the mod does suggest that it's not big enough for a family. There is a nondescript key here. Go ahead and take that. That is to unlock something upstairs that we'll take a look at in a little bit. We have a wardrobe here, as you can see, that you can store some items in. It is currently empty. An arcane enchanter, a chest. Now this chest has some items in it. And you can see a couple of staffs that you can use. They are unenchanted, and you can use the staff enchanter right here for that. Another storage chest, a couple areas to sit, a storage chest here. Go ahead and head over here, but yeah, I think the way the lighting is flickering, let's see, that's the way out. I think the way the lighting is flickering in here might be why my spell isn't working correctly. We do have an area where you can plant some fertile soil here, for plants, I mean. Plant soil. At any rate, you have fertile soil here that you can plant plants, in the oven, some food that you can have right here that you can take, a cupboard that's got a few things in it, cooking pot located right here for you to be able to use. And as you can see here, here's some nice attention to detail that we have light. I don't know where that's coming from exactly, but where you would be growing your plants so that they ain't growing in complete darkness. That's nice attention to detail. And so that is everything that is located down here. A couple of things that you can harvest right here, and the way out is located up here. So I will go ahead and show you now where you can use that key that we picked up downstairs. You'll notice these cabinets that are located right here. I believe it's the middle one if I remember correctly. We'll say, yeah, suspicious cabinet requires key. I'll go ahead and select the right hand side to use the key that we picked up. And that will open up into what, honestly, I have no clue what the hell this is for. You'll see as we get down here, there's not much here. It's also kind of dark. I wonder, let me try something real quick, see if this works. Yeah, good, okay. So as you can see, there isn't much here. I don't exactly know what in the world this would be used for. In fact, besides, I do believe maybe there are some mushrooms again that you can harvest. Yeah, right there. But besides that, the only other thing that is down here is one very odd and suspicious thing that is, yeah, right here. There is some shackles down here. What the hell that's doing in the day spa, I have no clue. Make you kind of wonder about this place. Maybe they brought prisoners or something down here. Either that, or if you don't pay your bills, maybe you get a one-way trip down here, I don't know. But in any case, that's really all there is down here for you to be able to see. So, not really a lot of point in coming down here, to be honest, but that's what's there if you're interested. Go ahead and close that up. I don't think the NPCs can wander down there, but I don't want them down there. As you can see, there is some items on either side of the suspicious cabinet, too. Oh, hey. This here is my favorite NPC that is included with the mod. She has kind of a weird name there, but, oh, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to close the door on your face. I was trying to get you to face me.
Is there something I can help you with?
At any rate, as you can see here, she is reacting with the multiple followers system, so I can use her as a follower or any of them if I want to. I have in the past.
Until next
Now,
time.
I don't recall if they leave with those bathing suits or if they will have default armor, but you could equip them, of course, with armor. But yeah, in any case, that is the day spa. So if you're interested, definitely download it, give it a check. Just remember that if you use that button feature that is included in the configuration area, that it will erase the default costumes of the NPCs that possibly enter here. So that is something to keep in mind, but it is default off, so you have to willingly turn that on. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.